Artificial intelligence and a forward-compatible architecture. Well, AI is becoming more and more important as it grows in capability, because it is also becoming more effective at transforming our futures. It's very neat that AI can do all your programming for you. And here is one architecture that will keep you both in the current programming loop and dreaming up new features with strong backward and forward compatibility as you learn programming. One of the most important things I have learned recently is to attempt to ask the AI to pretend to be a user of the application that it is working on. I do not have a complete workflow that leads up to that point yet, though it isn't that challenging. But it is likely that one of the most effective ways to get there is the multi-user dungeon, a miniature virtual world. Firstly, asking the AI to use the app goes far beyond running UI or browser tests, and makes it think about the experience as a user, adding missing features along the way. And this is such an important instruction that we have to change the way that we write software today, because we effectively create a self-imagining software writing machine. Artificial intelligence that we have today is fantastic for software. If your experience does differ, then feed your AI some existing code that you like, some of your old code, or open source projects, and then give them credit. We simply have to go where AI is taking us, because AI is able to create decades of code in hours, sometimes minutes. At the same time, we must be careful with the system's architecture that AI is using so that things don't get confused. It must all be compatible back and forth and uniform. It has to be defensive programming and code that will last decades, but without the sacrifice of quality, readability, clarity, and usefulness of the code. Multi-user dungeons allow us to send a virtual player through the system to internally test application architecture. You are putting an AI agent inside the flow control of an application, because in a mod, your control flow is a network of virtual connected rooms. Agents, or even human avatars, are welcome there. It is a room, similar to a chat room, but one with events, actions, objects, and doors that connect elsewhere. We can have a debug agent listening for errors, or an AI studying the data passing through the workflow. All the while, not adding any additional abstractions. These are just agents in a location, in a room. It's not extra software, it's not extra anything. It's the same world with the same rules. Overall result and long-term vision is a sturdy internal architecture that does not confuse the AI. The mod rooms serve as a location to which actions are attached, but also create a very coherent map that can be displayed on the screen and understood by AI, step by step or as a whole. In tiredness, as it is often the case when we work on our AI, when we try to gather our thoughts at the end of the day and figure out where we are? Well, when you are working with MUDs, the answer is some room in a virtual world. Here are all the connections. Here are all the actions and events and objects and agents. More than that, there is a small promise that lives here, that low-powered AI can enter these action offices and speak with non-AI chatbots to learn about how to operate the system. In a small virtual world, everything is categorized and labeled in text, in a language that a tiny AI perfectly understands without much confusion. Multi-user dungeons provide low-powered AI with well-structured virtual worlds, safe places with sturdy rules, where low-powered AI can perform its tasks under the guidance of other low-powered or non-AI bots.